I previously did a video on Industries of Titan, and I just wanted to give an update on the All Roads Lead to Titan patch, which is 0.1.14. And this patch is quite important because it does add transportation, which is one of the key things that I thought the game was missing when it first released on early access. And it's a really small change. All it does is add roads and transport hubs. However, this small change has a surprisingly big impact. It's a really key thing because the trucks now can act as transporters for your materials. So they can transport materials from storage centers like I've got set up, and they can transport them to smokestacks, they can transport them from mines, they can transport waste from buildings. And what this does is it allows for much less annoying worker management. Because your workers function to do everything in the game, a lot of their time is spent going around and moving resources, and now that can be offset by these trucks. So that's really good. The other cool thing is that the city design is much improved by this, because now you have an incentive to design your city in a way that you can get a road network working. That's really interesting because previously you had just buildings dotted anywhere and it didn't really matter as long as they were side by side so you could connect them. It didn't really make any difference. But now with the road system, you kind of want to segment things a bit more and have a cool kind of pattern with city design, a lot more thought going into it. And on top of that, it just looks really cool because you have got these really cool like neon signs and you've got the trucks moving around. That's great. I really enjoy that. It is a bit buggy at the moment. You can see that one of the trucks is bugged out in my game here, but this is to be expected from an early access release, especially when adding in new mechanics like transport. Another thing that the patch adds is the jukebox, and the jukebox is a nice touch. You can have change through the different songs. They're obviously work in progress songs and they're early access songs. However, I would like to say that I really love the music in this game. It's really atmospheric, very Blade Runner-esque, very sci-fi. It just fits the aesthetic really well. Another thing that's a little quality of life update, which I quite enjoy, is that you can blueprint buildings on waste boxes. So as you can see, the resources, they sit on the tiles until they're moved to storage. And previously, when you had waste on your tiles, you couldn't build anything down there, and that was particularly frustrating because waste is often one of the lowest priorities for your workers to move. So it's nice that you can place down buildings even when they have a waste token on the tile. Another part of the update is you can use the mines to mine resource patches. And that's really good because it gives you more incentive to use mines early on. It has more accessibility there for the early game use, but it also means that there's a little bit less micromanagement with regards to workers and getting resource patches and things. It also means that it can tie nicely into the new road system, which is great. So I really do enjoy that little change there. Another thing, there's a bunch of other quality of life updates to the UI and to the visuals. They have added a few more special effects and things, and they have added some more readability to surveying, for example. There's just a bunch of other little small quality of life updates. There's also a few more changes to prioritizing your workers and a bit more in-depth customization with how your workers go about and do their daily tasks. So I think a lot of people in the community wanted that kind of micromanagement, so they have added more of that in. So that's good for the people who are interested in that. So really, in conclusion, this update is a really nice one, and it's come quite soon after the early access release. So I think that bodes well for further releases of patches and more further updates. It's quite good to see how impactful such a small patch can do to the game, and that's really exciting because I think that if they add in things like the pollution scrubbing and the hospitals and the management of the villagers, or workers I should say, I think that each one of those iterative updates will actually add on quite a lot more content. So I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, if you've got any thoughts, let me know. Thanks for watching.